Hey guys, well it's been a long day but I want to do an update video for the games room. So recently I put this shelf in where we got the smart lighting, but I want to put another power socket on this wall here because the plan is I want to put a sort of, I don't know, console area here maybe. So the rest of the room's going pretty well. We've got our PC and everything over there. So the plan is we're going to install another power socket on this wall. I've already decorated this room, so I don't really want to be chopping the wall out here, but I've got a plan. Our spare bedroom on this side, we've not decorated yet. So we've got a power socket there, and I actually need to add another power socket in over there. So my plan is to chase out this bit of wall, because this is dot and dabbed onto brick, you see. So behind this there'll be 10mm, and then there'll be the brick. Okay, so in here we've got a power socket on this wall, and that's the other side of that wall there. And we're going to put a power socket on this wall and connect another power socket on the other side of the wall. So we're basically extending the circuit from here over to there and then back, and then connecting it to the original cable going out. So I have checked with a qualified electrician that this does meet regulations. And again, all situations may be different depending on your house, age and wiring type. So again, for this build, being a new build, we got safe zones from the socket going vertically and horizontally. And if it's within 50mm of the surface of the wall, then it needs to be protected by an RCD unit, which our what's it called, circuit board is. So that's absolutely fine, it meets regulations. Again, don't do any of this in your own home without consulting a qualified electrician. I'm going to go ahead and chop all this out. Good idea is to turn the sockets off and make sure there's no services behind this wall. Got our handy multi-tool for chopping out the plaster. So I'm just lining up the back box with the wall. Now this is just a dry lining box. Got it from Screwfix, only a couple of, they're about 50p each I think. So I'm just drawing a mark around the box. And I'm far enough over that I can just punch through the wall to the other side where I want the socket on the games room. So we just draw around the socket and then we can cut it out with our multi-tool. Takes about 30 seconds to go through the plasterboard. So hopefully this makes sense what we've done here. So we got 2 cables coming across to the first socket. So it comes into here, goes out of this socket to that socket, comes out of that socket, and then comes back. So one will connect with connectors onto one going onto one of those cables with connectors, and the other one will connect into the socket. So we're basically extending the ring, goes into that socket, comes back, and then goes off on the cable that then goes to the other sockets. Now, the other option is to go under the floor, but this floor is a chipboard floor, and if we start cutting up holes in the floor, it's going to cause creaky floorboards. So again, I have checked with a qualified electrician, and this does meet the regulations running in these safety zones. So this is the problem with doing things DIY. I was doing so well up until now, but I can't actually fit the socket against the back box. So I'm going to have to take this back box out, and then I'm going to have to chop a deeper hole so I can get a thicker, deeper back box on there, so I can get my connectors in there. Okay, so it's day 2, and we had a problem last night trying to get it fitted behind the socket. So basically the original back box that's on the wall is only 25mm deep. So we've picked up a 38mm, which should be deep enough to obviously get our connectors in as well as the socket. If not, I have got a 47mm deep box here as well. So I'm going to go ahead, I've got to chop a bit of the Thermalite brick out, and then I'm going to use some grab adhesive to actually hold the box in place. So get to use our favourite tool again, the multi-tool, and we're going to cut that bit out of the socket there. So again, sockets power's off and everything. Let's go ahead, pull that one out, and get the new one on. Don't forget your rubber grommet on the little metal ring, just so that doesn't rub through on any of the cables, okay? Okay, so once you've got the back box into the position you want it, I've just used one of these wall dog screws. So these screw straight into the brick. You don't actually need a wall plug with these. So screw that in, and I'm going to use some sticks like shit to fill in behind it, so it holds it nice and flush where where it's going to be with the wall. So we got our new box in. Now this should be deep enough to fit our connectors. At least I hope so anyway, because I don't want to take this out again. So I've used some like grab adhesive just around the edges, just so it stays flush with the wall. And then in the middle there, we've got just a wall dog screw that goes straight into the brick. So again, once that dries, that ain't going anywhere then. And then we can go ahead and put our other cables in, do our joins, and that will be it. Obviously plaster over the wall. So I've gone for a new socket. I've changed it out for a USB socket. Excellent, so we got our new socket on there. Went for one with the two USBs on there. I'm waiting for my glue to dry. Then I just need to fill around the socket before I screw that one fully flush with the wall. Then I need to fill this in with plasterboard. But again, I'll do that in another video because, you know, it's fairly easy. And then we got our first socket on there. That's all screwed on. I've checked that's working. Now in the games room, we've got our new socket there, so that's working fine. Okay, thanks for watching my video. This is just a little games room update. That socket will be checked by a qualified electrician. So do remember, if you're planning on doing this yourself, consult with a qualified electrician. Don't use this as a guide, definitely not. This is more of a how not to guide. And I just want to do a little update on how the games room is coming along. So there we go, we have a new power socket. Thanks for watching, and check out some of my other videos.